All right, everyone. We are live on the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hello! Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you're having a fantastic day, wherever you might be on this lovely planet Earth of ours.
Fantastic. I mean, I just have to deal with hormonal weather because it was raining, it was pouring mad this
Oh,
morning, and now the
same.
sun's out, and now it's getting cloudy, so the rain will return with a vengeance down here.
Yeah, I was hit with some crazy thunderstorms earlier today. I mean, it's still dark out, and it's only like 7, so I think it died down a little bit. But I was gonna go water my plants this morning, but then the rain happened, and I didn't go outside.
Yeah, good for the plants, rain. But, it's just one of those things, eh? It just sours the mood, kills the urge to do anything.
I'm cozy.
That's good. All right, next on the show, we have, as always, our interim host, Noble.
Let's see what the Magic 8 Ball has to say this morning.
Oh, God.
Most likely.
Okay. Yeah, most likely.
Most likely to go and do something crazy. Listen.
Most likely to enjoy the podcast today.
Yes, good. Hopefully.
Yes. Most likely we'll have something good for you today. But it's not the Magic 8 Ball you should be listening to. We'll get to this more later, but it is a dog you should be listening to. I'll explain why. Righto. And next on the show, we have, for the first time ever, joining us for the first time, Anonymous Fox.
Yo, what's up?
Well, I'm glad you're here, first and foremost. Welcome to the Raiders Rambles.
Yeah,
Excited
happy to be here.
Yeah. It's been, happy to have you on board. And, of course, since it's your first time on the show, just do tell us a little bit about yourself. I guess, what brought you here.
Well,
not just to the podcast, but to the furry raiders.
There's not really much to tell. I'm an ex-furry, of course, but still kind of am a fur. But as you can tell by the accent, I'm bloody Australian. I don't live. Everything's just.
I think that's what that is saying, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
That's sometimes less is more.
Exactly.
And
awesome.
Speaking of Australians, that means there is only one outcast to single out in this room.
Yep, let's just outcast the American.
What do you mean? No, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes it just works out that way.
Yeah.
I remember one time we had this really awesome podcast. I think we had like 5 people on, and there was like one person from each continent at one time. That was wild, bro.
Jesus, that must have been fun.
It was cool, dude. Yeah, we had one guy was from South Africa. Jolt from Australia, me from North America. We had, I think, our buddy Panda was from Brazil, if I recall.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah, and I know we've had people from Europe in our time too.
Oh yeah, England. Oh yeah. Sweden, I think, at one point.
Yeah, we've had people from Germany in the show too.
Super cool.
Absolutely cool. We're basically all around the world. Every time. All right, live comment. Ali, thanks for listening in. Avira, run. The Aussies are ganging up on you.
Help me.
Nah, there's going to be no help for you, Avira. You're pretty much trapped.
You are going to basically be stuck in a place where everything wants to kill you, or so the stereotypes say.
Oh, goodness. I don't know, man. I'd like to visit Australia one day. Like, they got some really cool stuff.
I mean, the funniest thing about me is I grew up on a bloody farm, of all places.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, I love the farmland, and I've come to the coast near Jolt, and everybody's just so fucking up themselves. It's like, really?
You should try my state, Tasmania.
Yeah, let's not talk about how cold your state gets because I've been there.
The people or the weather?
The weather, freezing.
Where do you meet the locals?
All
Are
what I
they-
could say is about the weather is I would be freezing. I don't want to freeze my nuts off, so I'm not going back there. So you're shit out of luck with it with me visiting you, Noble.
You know what? Actually, I have an alternate perspective to that. I would consider the cold weather to be blessed for fursuiting.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, here where I live, I'm practically the social outcast because one, as it starts to get colder and colder, I'm still stuck wearing a shorts and t-shirt because I'm still used to the Western climate of Australia because I grew up around a little town called Coonabarabran.
That sounds very Australian.
Ooh, yeah. Considering it was always fun to torment the local crackheads.
Oh God! What?
I mean, it was a pastime for us kids.
Of course, sure. Anyways, I think we should start moving on to our first
Topic of the
here.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the plan today, we will be looking at the I should say unceremonious fall of Halo, the TV series. You know, you may
Oh,
think whatever it is at the moment, like you might think that Halo was basically born dead, the TV series, with its mishandling of other things and its weird artistic liberties. But what's just happened has taken the cake. So
I
much so that
mean-
even the co-creators have denounced, this adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Halo co-creator confused by many of the choices made in Paramount Plus live-action adaptation. Not the Halo I made. Okay.
Okay,
Many of
I'm
the
gonna
choices.
step in for a second. I'm gonna step in for a second. The overall, I've watched every single episode of the Halo TV show. Now, I'm not a toxic Halo fanboy, as most of the people yelling, "Hang the Halo TV show! It's not our Master Chief!" Like, really?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
A lot of those complaints are coming from the way I see it is people who aren't very versed in the Halo lore and have only played the games.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Like, because Halo expands into like the novel series, they've got a few animes on
Oh,
it.
ooh.
That's right.
Allow me to tell you how many, what exactly has gone down with the Halo universe as of late. There's been comic books, there's been books like Halo the Flood, Halo the Contact Harvest, there's books like that.
Mhm.
Now, I've read Halo the Flood, and the scariest part about that Halo the Flood novel was the fact that you read a description of a Marine, Private Jenkins, if I remember correctly. You had his first-hand account of being infected by the Flood and wanting to die.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because
Okay.
when the Flood infected him in the room with Captain Keyes and that, the Flood infection still infected him, but it wasn't strong enough to completely, get rid of him, get rid of his
Oh.
consciousness.
That is
Yeah,
nuts.
basically make him like a zombie, essentially a zombie. That's for those.
Well, the last
Practically.
time I did anything with Halo was way back when. Here we got a live comment from Boombox saying "Red vs Blue, baby." Yo, that's where it's at. Oh my
Yeah,
god, back in
exactly.
Newgrounds. You remember that crap? Red vs Blue. Oh hell yeah, beautiful. So good.
Okay, back to the Halo
Warthog.
TV show.
Yeah, sorry.
A lot of
That's
the
the only
stuff
series
that
I've
they've
seen.
adapted for the Halo TV show has come from the novels, as well as the book, from the books and the comics. A lot of the stuff that they've brought to the center of the Halo lore is from the books and the comics.
And you would say that's more or less accurate, right?
Some of the things are more or less accurate to the current Halo canon, but the Silver timeline, the Silver Team timeline, as some of the Halo YouTube creators that I follow are calling it, there are vast differences to the game and book lore compared to the TV show, because the Halo TV show is trying to be its own universe within Halo.
Huh. Okay.
Now, a lot of the decisions that I've seen that were made, like the accurate depiction of a super combine from a needler completely exploding a Marine. Wow.
True to law, basically.
It's true to law. And in the first episode, with the Covenant going on Madrigal and getting the first artifact, like the first keystone, and seeing Jin, like Jin Ha and Quan, and all of them, first encountering the Covenant, it's like, Jesus. Like, Quan was the only survivor of the attack in the first episode, and you saw plasma rifles shooting people, like shooting their limbs off completely, and shots that went through the torso, completely vaporizing people.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
And so
A lot of the details from the Halo TV show are in the overall canon. They're just not shown in the games.
Right, because adaptations being what they are, and so like, and it's right, like they get the magnanimous, the the sheer power of Covenant, tech weapons and stuff down pat, and the CGI is also done well to boot as well, right?
But
like when they express that
the Covenant, like the entire Covenant CGI, some of the designs, they are good, but some of them do look pretty goofy, I will say.
Yeah, like
but overall, the fact that they had Marquis and Master Chief being the only two people in the universe who could activate Forerunner technology, it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, and then because humans have apparently, like, the way I see it, like from after watching games and stuff, like humans have some sort of inherent ability
to
activate those things.
I can explain that a little further, because I do know a bit of the standard law. The humanity was supposed to inherit all of Covenant, like all of humanity was supposed to inherit current, like all of like if you see the scene in Halo 3 where Miranda and where the Prophet of Truth put I want to say Johnson or Miranda's hand on the Forerunner, computer or whatever you want to call it, to activate all the Halos, the Covenant couldn't do it.
So this is the reason why they kidnap humans to do so.
No. Marquis and in the Halo in the Halo TV show, Marquis and John, from what I can see, are the only ones that can successfully interact with Forerunner technology.
Yeah.
Whereas in the expanded canon, it's the entirety of humanity who can do it, not just John and Marquis.
Yeah, see, that would make a lot more sense. But I guess like for a TV show to kind of like drive the plot, I guess that's why they would choose to do it like that for writing. But yeah, I can see how that could upset like a lot of people, because it doesn't really make any sense.
Boombox just basically brought up another point that I just saw. And says, "Too bad Starship Troopers doesn't have a show."
Oh yeah.
I want to say this: Starship Troopers, they have multiple live-action movies and multiple animation movies. My favorite movie of the Starship Troopers is the very first one.
Same. Yeah, hell yeah.
And my favorite animated movie, by far, that I have seen, like I've seen the first animated one, the second. Haven't really seen the third one, but I know there's 3 of them. I've seen the first and second one, to be sure. My favorite one by far is definitely Traitor of Mars. Like the favorite animated one.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen the animated ones.
Oh, they're actually quite good. I'll say that.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
But back to the Halo TV show.
Yeah, so where we're at the moment is I know there's a lot of gripes out here, but let's move on to like the what's been recently released. Which was episode 9,
Yes, the final
Transcendence
episode, the one
of
to
season
end
1.
the season.
Yes, and so I haven't watched this yet, but for those not in the know, like Master Chief is supposedly dead.
Okay, let me stop you right there for a second, Joel.
It said
I saw the
supposedly.
episode, and in the episode, Cortana is basically Master Chief basically says to Cortana, "Hey, take control of my body so you can move the artifact and save my team." And in one of the scenes, the Spartans are basically 30 feet away from the Prophets, and it's like, shoot the fucking Prophets! They're right above you! Come on, just one bullet for each of them! But no. They didn't kill the Prophets. Like, the Spartans full well knew the Prophets were there. And in one of the scenes that you see right there, that's actually Marquis touching the artifact and blowing those elites and all Covenant off the cliff.
Yeet, right there.
Oh, okay, that's what that is.
I saw
Those
that
are all
scene
bodies.
and I'm like, holy shit, that's badass. But the way they executed it, it's like,
Like it's like one of those strategic blunders that is kind of akin to what happened in,
like the
Game of
other thing
Thrones
as
thing.
well, the ending of the show.
Yeah.
You basically see Master Chief, or basically a representation of Master Chief, pick up both artifacts and move them into the ship without activating them. Now, I have a personal theory about that. And in the show, if you watch the show, you see in Master Chief's HUD a blue glow in the outlines of his helmet when you see through the helmet. My theory is Cortana didn't take over Master Chief's mind. She only took control of his armor.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe.
I can see that from a mile away. As a fan of Halo, and I know the lore, it's like, oh.
Wait, so was this last episode the last episode of the season or the
Jesus, Vera,
series?
you're going nuts on your mic. Just went nuts.
Oh goodness, sorry. How about now? Better?
I don't think it's better.
Jesus. Okay.
Right. It'll be
Yeah.
back soon. But the thing is,
Jolt, you just went funny too.
I think your internet might be acting up.
give me 1 second. You guys sure? You guys sure we have some? I'm the one who has the tech issues. Are you right? All good?
Everybody else their mics have just gone. To put it in a blunt term, you all sound like a vibrator when you talk.
That's odd.
I'm not having any issues on my end.
I can hear you all clearly. So something's definitely gone up. But I guess to make it to find a point towards the end, I guess
Oh,
what are
let
we
me try
looking
and
at
fix
here?
this. Yeah.
And, hey, Anonymous, I guess what I want to say is, what are we looking at here? Like for
Hold on, I'll be back.
so
Vera?
I guess what we're looking at here, what I'm inferring here is in the season in Halo 2, in the next season of Halo, if they go through with it, which has already been green lit, is will we get the Chief back?
Okay, that fixed it. But
good?
yeah, you see that brute that's squaring up to Master Chief there?
Yeah.
Now, I watched the Halo TV show with subtitles on. That is actually confirmed to be Atriox.
Oh shit. So
Legit.
basically, it's a tie in a way. It's some sort of tie-in to what's currently happening in the Halo games.
Yeah, like the current canon. But Atriox with the Covenant is a bit of a sidestep for me, because in current Halo canon, he fought and rebelled against the Covenant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that where's the continuity? Where's the retconning?
Yeah. Basically, what I'm seeing with the Halo TV show is it's trying to set up its own canon. It's trying to be its own thing. But there are toxic Halo fanboys and toxic Halo fanboys and girls who want it to be like the video games. And it's like, you basically want your own version of Master Chief to be portrayed on TV, yet he's perfectly fine being portrayed in a video game where he currently belongs.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm trying to say, Joel?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
So a lot of this stigma towards the Halo TV show being bad, being absolutely atrocious, being not worth it. It's like the Halo TV show is trying to be its own thing, but also still trying to be something that a fan of Halo can recognize.
Appreciate even.
Yeah.
So my
and as a
gripes
fan
are,
of both the games, the books, the comics, I appreciate the TV show because I think at the moment it's underappreciated.
For what it is, yeah. Like I see what you mean. And so I guess like we'll kind of wrap this up in a few. But so what we're left, my gripes with the Halo show is the other liberties that the writing team and what have you have chosen to take.
I can see where you're coming from as well. Like that, like the thing with Marquis, that doesn't make sense to me. Like in the previous episode before the current one, Master Chief and Marquis got down and dirty. And it's like, really?
It's unbecoming for
Master
Halo
Chief has only known this girl for a day at most. And he's already rooting her?
That's basically a response right there, my dude.
Exactly. And I'm like, if Master Chief wasn't careful, he could easily kill Marquis. Because let's not forget, a Spartan outside of their armor is still enhanced. Like, during that sex scene, I was honestly like, break her hips, break her hips, break her hips. And I'm like, damn it. Because that's just the reality of the Spartans as well. Like, guaranteed, if you're in a position with your partner where you're both enjoying yourselves, you're not going to be careful, are you? What do you say about that, Noble and Avira?
I haven't seen the show. I was going to try to binge watch it, but listening to what's potentially happening now, I think I might avoid watching it altogether.
I'm honestly here to say that I recommend giving it a watch because I can't say or speak on things that I've seen and found personally, disagreeable.
Yeah. Better keep
But I do recommend watching the Halo TV show, and if you have read the expanded lore and everything like I have, you can appreciate it.
I get you. Because my Halo experience just stems from the games, and I disconnected it because I never owned an Xbox 360, Xbox One, and years later I just got the Master Chief collection on Steam. That was it. But that was really it. No. I mean, did have a friend who was obsessed to it. Like he bought the Fall of Reach book in the high school days. But yeah,
I mean, I will raise my hand and say I love Halo. Like, I have a Master Chief helmet that was released that coincides with Halo Infinite. I have that helmet still in its box.
Wow. Anyway, just
I
to wrap
have-
this segment up, yeah,
But
it's cool. Like you have the collector's items. It's cool.
yeah,
Sure. So, just to wrap this segment up, how optimistic do you feel about season 2? It's been greenlit already, but again, with fan
I
expectations. and
honestly
everything-
hope that with season 2 that they pull it off even better than the first season, because in my opinion, the first season of the Halo TV show was, I don't want to say it was absolutely amazing. Go watch it. I'm just gonna give it the it's okay
Right.
for its own thing.
Yeah. I get you.
So what's the next topic that we've got?
Yes.
Today.
Oh, you are going to love this. See, when we said earlier, you should listen to what the dog says. Well,
Oh,
not if
no.
you've taken it too far. I'm sure you've heard about a tragedy that's happened way over upstate in New York that's just been firing up the entirety of the news cycle.
Even here, I've heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it here too. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's not. It's not what I'd want, not something I like to talk about because it's just that. It's a tragedy. But surrounding that was just what made us all say, we are in some weird shit right now. Clown grade shit right now. Yes. There you go.
Hold on. Can somebody play like the circus clown music through their microphone? That'd actually make this more perfect.
Well, if I could figure out how to put to put music tracks on, I would. But or the Benny Hill theme. Like,
No, Benny theme doesn't do it justice. Practically, the clown music does it justice.
Yeah. And so let's get to it then. Now, with why it's so clownish. So it was found out, this shooter literally took it too far, and while he was doing his activities, look what was found by the by the people over at 4chan when he was streaming. This little detail. Yes, what you're looking at is basically this is the man having a picture of, a picture of the
Holy
dog
shit.
from Martha Speaks. Martha herself from Martha Speaks, but as an anthropomorphized, in form. Yes.
I'm debating whether or not the guy's actually a furry or if this was just something random that popped up on his phone or on one of his feeds.
Okay, can you pull that picture up and enhance it a bit? Like the phone part, Joel?
Can you see this clearly? So what we're looking at again, on his phone, there's a picture of, a face of a dog.
I really can't see any more details, but I want to see the phone.
Can't see.
If I can see
the
the social media app, and it looks to be YouTube.
No, it doesn't seem to be YouTube. Now, basically, what I want to say with this is, I don't know. Look, I just want to say this. So, is there a correlation between being a shooter and looking at adult furry art? That's the
Sorry,
question
I
we all want
accidentally
to know.
backed out there.
Look, this is really just a mental health issue.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously though, how many furries, Joel, have you come across that clearly have like problems?
Mental issues,
Serious
furry fandom. It's
problems.
well, furry
Oh
is known for
Jesus,
having
you got to
mental
feel like you're
problems.
stepping on a minefield there.
Yeah, but it's better to be honest about it. If I'm on, Now the people I've met at convention space, well, there's weirdos. Don't get me wrong. There's cool people. You have all sorts in a out of a box. But this, however, yeah, this is something else. Now, whether or not, go on.
Sorry, just a simple fact of some of the artwork that's come out after this and people focusing on it just really shows how depraved some people are. 10 people are dead.
Yes,
We
10
don't
people.
need people turning around and making fun of it. It just shows the kind of person you are. And whether, now, if you're just showing because, hey, look what some depraved person's been doing, that's one thing. But to turn around and start shitposting that stuff, personally, it shows the kind of person who you are. And
That's exactly true. Now, one thing that I'm just going to point out here, it looks to just be like a random furry picture that is on his like Instagram feed or whatever. It just looks to be a random, like, from what I can possibly tell, is he's friends with a furry, or was friends with a furry.
Yeah.
Now, one furry picture just being released by the police doesn't instantly say, "Yep, this fucker right here, he's a furry. Let's go get all the furries. They're white supremacists. They helped this guy become mentally unstable." And it's like me. And this is a hypothetical situation that I'm going to throw out here. I start streaming and I'm going through my phone, like I'm looking at all my social medias, and just furry stuff pops up. Mind you, I'm out here supposedly live streaming, say, me going to assassinate Scott Morrison, and I'm live streaming that, and a furry picture scrolls past on my phone. That doesn't really mean you're a part of the furry fandom, but
No.
the people who are taking the shit out of this guy because, they saw a furry picture on his phone during his live stream of these horrible events are people that I feel are just trying to persecute the furry fandom more and more. Basically for their own means and goals. Like, look at some of the furry haters on TikTok that come out with the, excuses, and so original. Fatherless child and stuff.
That's a thing of its own entirely, though. But
True.
yeah.
But what I feel this is going to do is it's going to draw a lot of it's going to draw more hate towards the fandom, because absolutely brain dead people could be like, "Oh yeah, he's connected to the furries." And that's just brain dead people for you, who are probably already starting to do that now that this new info has come out.
Vera, do you have anything you want to say about it?
I'm not sure he's there at the moment. I've tried to reach out, but so far nothing. What about you? Yeah, but but there's just a bit to unpack here. I do kind of agree with you. But in the meantime, though, let's have a look at the shooter's room. Well, make of this what you will, but
Oh fuck! He's a brony. He's a brony.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I just think he's a fucking lunatic. Oh god, he's a wait, this is his house?
That's his bedroom. He's a fucking brony.
Jesus. Oh, okay, he's a brony. Oh, thank God. All right, so we don't have nothing to worry about. That's fine.
Okay,
that's totally fine then. Okay, I believe it.
It's subverted for the furry fandom.
So,
Okay,
Good lord.
I'm gonna zoom in and see what I can see.
Oh, okay, the Confederate flag. We got a MAGA hat and fucking ponies all over the damn place. Oh my goodness. Okay.
A tactical backpack,
Yeah.
bits and bobs of it.
So he's
no.
obviously not a furry then, but there's
Actually,
something
no,
going on here.
He's obviously a brony, and it's like,
And I was gonna say the whole lunatic situation. I mean, now it all's coming together. Good lord. Why do you put a freaking MAGA hat on? What is that? Pinkie Pie, I think. What is
No,
that one?
it's another pony. But the thing is, you know what? You know what strikes me as odd though. that stuff, that whole Confederate thing. Again, this guy's not whatever. He's probably like a federal agent.
Oh, you think? No, he's not though, because he killed a lot of people, man. Like, I don't know about that.
I think in
I
4chan,
mean-
in 4chan parlance, I want to say like people who do these sorts of acts and whatever, like they just call them federal agents.
Oh God, is that really what his bedroom looks like? Holy shit, man. Okay,
I will say
I've never seen that before.
the furry picture does make sense because you do get a lot of bronies that are that sort of obsessed also in the furry fandom.
Yeah, like overlapping, kind of. Yeah, I know.
So the way that I can picture this, he's either friends with a furry or friends with a brony who is a furry.
He is a brony. What are you talking about? He's full on brony, dude.
I think he
mean,
means
that's
also
just fucking
furry.
clear. I say
mean-
for the brony shit alone, lock him up for the rest of his life, so that he can't. So that way he can't fucking,
Oh
think
my-
about Pinkie Pie's stinky eye, whatever.
Oh my God. Yikes. Okay, that took a turn. I was not expecting that, honestly. I thought he was just some deranged lunatic who just went on a spree.
I think
Wow.
he is. He
Well, he is.
very
He is.
tragic, like,
Like
But
apparently
this helped.
he also left a 180-page manifesto.
that's right.
Can you see if you can bring that up, Jolt?
No, I don't
No,
think we can.
That's been scrubbed. I don't have my hands on that. Not that I want to, either. But again, his belief system is, well, I won't say much more of it though. Like he can believe whatever heck he wants, but goddamn.
I'll be honest, the Turner Diaries was enough to turn around and make me really sick, despite only reading like a quarter of it. I don't want to see some fuckwit who's literally gone out and killed a bunch of people to know what
Yeah,
he
it's
is.
pretty disgusting.
It's just no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll step in and say this. You can clearly see the guy is fucking deranged.
Just by looking at the Brody shit, well, duh.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the fact that he killed 10 innocent people, it's like, are you fucking serious?
The
Now,
thing
there
that
are
really
people out there who, they have serious mental issues.
Sorry, one of the things that's really pissed me off though, Vera, can you remind me the name of that so-called news website that talked about how I should have put a stop to this person before they did the shooting?
Oh, what website? A circular news website?
No, it was a so-called news website.
Oh, so-called. Jeez, I don't know.
Press, was it?
Oh, yes. Patcho Fur, that fucktard. Yeah.
That was probably the stupidest comment I have seen. Why is it everyone wants to turn around and be a cartoon superhero? I can't comprehend that.
He's made a lot of wild claims, man. I don't know.
I don't know what's worse, people posting stupid shit like that, or someone mouthing off about how they should have been a hero and stopped that person prior to the shooting actually happening.
Yeah, no, because you can't really predict these kind of things. I mean, yeah, sure, the dude, like, has a bunch of ponies and, like, a Confederate flag, but, like, that's probably not all that uncommon. I mean,
Okay, so allow me to butt in. Like, out west, there are people, like, I knew people out west whose parents hung the literal Confederate flag in their house.
so?
And
I mean,
I asked the parents,
whatever.
what was the flag for? And they said, oh, it doesn't really mean anything. We just like the way it looks. Like, there are people who also hang the Eureka Stockade flag, and there are also people who hang all sorts of flags in their house. Like, this is going to be a controversial one that I've actually discovered in one of my mother's side of the family, but one of them had a full-on World War II Nazi flag.
Yo, from World War II?
From World War II, and they hung it up
Damn.
in their bedroom.
I mean, that's pretty impressive, actually. Like, that's got to be worth a lot of money.
Anonymous, there was this really weird chick on, I think it was a Current Affair or that 7 News story thing,
Mhm.
where this young mother had gone out. She found this flag and decided she liked it. So she took it home, and she's got a flagpole at the front of her house. So she put the flag on there and hung it up. It just so happened to be the Nazi flag.
Oh God!
How do you just randomly find that?
Whoa.
What? I don't believe that. Come on, where did she find it randomly? In the trash?
No,
I
this
mean,
was
come on.
years ago, Avira. This was years ago, and I haven't been able to re-find the article or the news story.
That's
Had
funny.
world-
I
Just-
mean,
you had World War II veterans who were upset. You had other neighbors who were upset. You had this stupid chick who was like, "What are you all getting upset about? It's just a flag."
I mean, if she knew
and
anything
that's
about
the thinking of
history,
some people, and that's literally the thinking of some people. And it's like, yeah, it's just a fucking flag. Like, look at the one that I think should be turned into a flag, the furry raider symbol. That
Oh,
should
that's
be
beautiful.
turned into a flag.
yeah, it is. Fucking should be.
What?
But that doesn't mean that just because you have a particular flag or whatever doesn't mean you're going to become a mass shooter. Just because you're a brony who happens to be a Confederate. I mean, how rare
Yes.
does that ever happen? Like, what? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So, I highly doubt it's a common
And
thing. It's
here's
not.
the fucking thing. And here's the literal fucking thing. Everybody's going to be looking at those photos and they're going to be drawing attention to the Confederate flag. They're going to be out there fucking hitting people in the dick fucking about this brony stuff. And it's like, the dude likes ponies. The dude just probably liked the look of the Confederate flag. But also,
Nah, he was
everybody
messed
on the
up.
internet. Yeah, exactly. He was
Yeah,
messed up.
he was crazy in the head. Like, it doesn't matter what he liked or didn't like, brony or not. I mean, the dude was psychotic.
Yeah.
So
We
that's
should
it.
also-
Which is the point that I was going to make next.
Hmm?
Is you can have a perfect. You can look at someone like if you go down the street and look at just a random person. Like, say you look at it like a guy in like a business suit, who's obviously from out of town, and he goes and commits a mass shooting, or just does something fucked up. And you start taking a look at his life, it's not his life that matters, it's the actions that he's taken.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, like, what snapped, like, what drove him to that point. I know he has this whole crazy, like, manifesto, 180 pages, apparently. I mean, hey, if he would have left it there and had his own little, like, that's his venting method, then fine. He did not have to go out and shoot a bunch of people. And why? Why would you do that?
Not when
Just-
when you chose to target.
I
specific
myself
Yeah, nuts.
I myself am of this. I judge someone by their actions rather than what they say. You can go, here's the thing. You can say, oh, I'm going to go fucking blow up this building with like fucking 50,000 people in it. Say it for all I care. But if you do it, that's when I'm fucking throwing your ass in jail. That's when I'm making sure your ass is thrown in jail.
I don't know, man. Making threats is still a pretty serious issue.
That's another issue of its own, yes. But what
I
type
get
of
your point.
person, when they're angry, doesn't say, I'm going to kick your fucking ass, you know?
Oh, yeah, of course they do. But they
That's
never
just
actually do it.
That's just a natural part of our anger. We all threaten to do things that we don't plan to follow through with.
Yeah, and the fact that this could be predicted, I mean, come on. How many... You can't predict these people. It's crazy. You can't predict crazy.
Yeah,
You just
unless
can't.
someone, Avira, unless if someone's constantly posting about going out and actually doing something.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the threats, that's an issue. If he's actually doing it, then it's like, you might want to look
The
into
other
it.
important thing is that this has only recently happened, and we still don't have a full account of everything regarding this particular individual.
Yeah, I would actually be very curious to read some of his manifesto, like see what he, like his thought process, like what he actually believes in and what drove him to that point. It'd be interesting, like psychological lesson.
According to some of the reports of Vera, of the detectives and the coppers who have read it,
Yeah.
apparently it's just nothing but a mess of ranting and raving by a fucking lunatic.
I mean, that's what I would expect. Yeah, sounds about right. Jesus. Oh, that poor dude. That's crazy.
So, I think, is it time for the meme dump?
God, lay it on us.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a brony. That's pretty wild, man.
All right.
I mean, that part just makes sense. That's probably why he went and shot like 10 fucking people.
Jesus.
Yeah.
One
Well,
for every pony.
The whole slew of mental issues and all that, but it's
Good
time for the
lord.
meme dump. And why I guess your joke is not whatever, but rather that he's probably like a fed, which is just this.
I
Like,
mean,
the whole thing was just like
when you
super
basically
sus.
look at it, he's just a piece of shit who's basically going to be hanged on a wall of what other famous pieces of shit. Like,
You know.
He's still alive, right? Like they caught him.
Yeah.
yes, they caught him.
He's detained. Yes.
Okay. I heard
And
someone
if you
said
look
he
at some
killed
of the
himself.
photos of him in the courtroom, he's butt-ass naked in the courtroom with only nothing but an apron on.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe because of like Suicide Watch, they wanted to like not give him any access to things he could tie knots and maybe hurt himself with.
I mean,
Like,
if he was
they
going
do
to
that
commit
sometimes.
suicide, he would have shot at the cops
I mean,
or done it himself.
or done
maybe,
it himself.
Yeah.
Like, if
I'm
he
surprised
wanted it
he's
that bad, he would have done it
Yeah.
either way.
Well, that's why maybe he. I don't know, but that's maybe they did that for him. Like they took his shoelaces and all that stupid crap, you know.
Oh, and Chuck Tacular basically said some parts are copy paste from the Christchurch Shooters Manifesto.
Oh, they are now.
Yeah,
Okay, I've
according
read
to
that
Chuck
one.
Tacular.
Yeah, I've read that one, and again, that's like basically the rantings of a deranged lunatic. If you've ever read it, I've read it before. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
One
I
thing
read
that
that
I'll
too.
say about the Christchurch shooting is those people who were being shot at, they were not cowards. They did not hide in fear. They ran at the guy.
You sure about that?
Yeah. In the live stream of him shooting up the Christchurch Muslim church,
Oh
there
man, I
were
really don't
people
want to talk
running
about
at
this.
him.
I mean, brave, but
Brave,
damn,
but foolish.
I don't want to talk about that, bro. That's
Anyway.
just sick.
Meme dump time.
All right, yeah,
Exactly.
let's lighten the
Yes,
mood.
Let's
Lay it
meme
on
dump.
us.
There we go.
Oh no.
Oh, is this where it was? The Tops place? Well, where actually did the shooting take place? I know it was in Buffalo somewhere. It was like a store?
It was like a shopping center.
Okay, you promise if I lift my shirt? Oh my god. Oh, I don't even want to read this.
That is just
no.
Who the fuck?
That's fucking terrible.
Come
that
on.
is
That's,
just wrong
oh,
on so many levels.
was that from 4chan? I bet it was.
That is literally so fucking wrong on so many fucking levels.
Is that the only one, or are there more?
No, but I think they always made the fine joke because of what he had on his phone. Things like these also happen.
Oh, I saw this one on Twitter. Yes, okay. I was wondering what that meant. Oh no.
Fuck.
I'll handle them, Martha. She speaks to me. Good fucking lord.
Yeah, and of all the things too, getting adult art from a character from a children's show. Yeah, wow.
Here's another thing that's supposedly alleged. Like, here's another thing that was supposedly alleged. He was looking at Pornhub while shooting the place.
I mean, that would make sense with the whole Martha Speaks thing popping up on there.
And
Right.
all the things that they
He was
found.
supposedly looking at Pornhub. Now, it isn't confirmed or anything, but he was supposedly looking at Pornhub.
Maybe to get his blood flowing
the
and
guy's
hype him up.
probably
I don't
sitting
know.
there, rifle in one arm, hand down on his phone, streaming, like both hands on rifle and phone, and he's probably standing there tugging himself while shooting people. And it's like, really?
That's an image I would rather have not ever heard.
Yeah,
Or
me
or
too.
mentally visualized.
Oh,
But,
Jesus.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I said it, but I didn't think it. You're the motherfuckers that thought that.
Yeah,
You
after
said
you
it.
said it.
yeah, well,
All right.
that
So
is some Saints Row shit, and I'm like, nope, that shit out of here. Anyway,
So how
just
old
ended
was
it.
he about? Like, do you know?
18.
Like in his 20,
It's
18?
confirmed like he's 18.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a bummer. Like he had his whole life ahead of him, and now he fucked everything up. I mean, he hurt so many different families
Okay,
and
this is
himself
one
too.
thing that I'm also going to pull up and say.
That sucks.
Icy Papa said, "Thanks for imprinting that in my mind."
I know, right? What
You're
the
welcome,
crap?
Icy Papa.
Well, there's your remarkable contribution for the show,
Oh,
Anonymous.
wow.
Putting cursed, helping people have, cursed mental images in their mind.
Yeah, nightmares. Thanks for that.
Oh well, it's time to move on. Next item on the show from this tragedy, and
Horrible.
we shall leave it at that. A tragedy.
Okay, let's hope it isn't as bad as the one where he's like, "I'll handle them, Martha."
Like he hears the voices in his head as he's like watching it.
Nah.
Yes,
Imagine-
Pinkie
no,
Pie,
no.
I shall go forth. Come with me,
No.
Applejack. It's
It's
about
like,
time.
it's like I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the.
No,
I'm doing this for
no. Here's an even better image. He's thinking of Pinkie Pie while shooting people.
Yeah, of course
That
he
would
is.
be even worse.
Oh god, like everybody was all saying, he's doing this for the dog, for the dog rack.
Anyways, moving on, guys.
Yeah, let's kill it here and now. Next item on this show is this. Activision Blizzard brags about diversity tool. Backlash.
I honestly don't know what's worse, our previous topic or this one.
Well, this one,
Diversity tool.
yeah, well, this one affects pretty much most people that play these games. And I've seen furries actually start doing this too with their own personas. Basically, it's like a chart that shows you, I guess, like how many diversity points you get, like how, whatever. And you can like answer a questionnaire, and then it'll generate an image showing like where your character lies on. I believe it's like a 6-pointed chart, maybe 8-pointed. Different things with like sexuality, race, gender, all that stuff. So yeah. So and they're boasting about this. Like, come guys, 4 words: get woke, go broke. Like, what are you doing, Blizzard? Blizzard, come on.
And
Does anyone understand that the level of stress that'll be caused from stuff like this is just gonna put you in an early grave?
And this distracts from the game too. Like, what is this supposed to be?
It's like I want to create some new characters, but I'm too lazy to dream them up. So here's like an automated so and so.
Yeah, here's my diversity profile.
Be perfect for any game. Like that'd be perfect to create your own character in any game.
What?
Literally, go the Saints Row the Third customization.
Okay.
Yes.
You
You can be green, you can be purple, you can be brown, you can even be fucking blue. You can even have blue skin, and you can make your character look like a granny, and you can make them look young. You can make them look like a fucking badass.
All right. So let's see what their actual claims are. It says that the tool was apparently created to avoid quote-unquote token characters in favor of true representation. According to the company, the tool was able to uncover examples of unconscious bias, like why certain traits are seen as male versus female. Oh, really? Fuck you, Blizzard. Come on. Or why characters from certain ethnic backgrounds are given similar personalities or behaviors. Oh my god, man. What the crap?
Let me stop you right there. The fact that they bring Tolkien into this, a Tolkien situation. That's not referencing fucking South Park at all.
No, token.
Token. Like a diversity hire. Like you have to
something like that. Or
like I'm the only gay, trans, whatever in this group. Hooray for me! I'm special. Like the snowflake mentality. That's what they're going for.
Oh, I thought y'all were saying Tolkien, the character.
Oh, that's a whole other problem that Netflix is already fucking over. That's a whole different story, dude.
Nah, the Tolkien thing, Amazon. Like seriously.
Amazon, right? Whatever. Yeah, same thing. Whatever. Amazon is totally fucking them over. But this is a different thing. So basically, they're they're using this to help develop characters. What they say for Call of Duty, right?
And Overwatch.
Yep.
Like, you've seen why Overwatch is an international mishmash of everything. Like, you've got of all cultures and everything.
Oh, one thing that I'll say that this is a game that I play on a regular. Call of Duty Vanguard, and some of the characters that they have in there, like, holy Jesus.
So what they're saying here is what they want to break down, like the gender norms. What makes a character male or female? If a character has long hair and big breasts, I'm pretty damn sure she's a female. If it's some decked out dude with a long beard and a fucking sword, chances are he's probably a guy. Like, you don't have to speculate about that.
fellas, I'm gonna have to bow out for now. I'll catch
All
you
right.
later.
Bye.
Later, man. Good having you.
It's having you. But at the end of the day, yes, the all of this is just basically superficial for the purpose of creating a character to just for the sake of having X trait, X personality, or X whatever.
And I like how they say that characters from certain ethnic backgrounds are given similar personalities. Well, what are they talking about? Like orcs? Like orcs are evil?
No.
Yeah.
Ethnics, like Overwatch, they have all the races of like Asian. You have Asian character Mei, Diva, Korean, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, so they're
Like,
talking like human races, not fantasy characters.
Well, they got fantasy too, like Winston the gorilla, in Overwatch. But the thing is, like stereotypical behavior, like Asians are nerdy and and super intelligent.
Yeah, Asians are smart. I mean, that makes sense.
They
Is that a bad thing?
To a certain point, like it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not though. Like it's really isn't. Like Americans like baseball and apple pie. I mean, I'm not offended by that.
Yeah, I'm not offended by that either. It's and the thing is, imagine that, like you use this tool, you have like blah blah blah, and you're not gonna be happy because you're basically creating a character that fits certain checkboxes to not to fulfill the intended purpose. If that's what.
So this is basically a way to help promote segregation. Then.
Pretty much.
That's creepy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of labels and crap.
Yeah, and the fact that they're basically using this just to show that they can build characters which are, ooh, I am so and so.
Oh, I know, right? I check off all the special snowflake boxes. And I wonder if they're also going to use this to try to target like problematic players.
Remember,
you think so?
That whole tool is.
Granted, I don't think people who aren't woke aren't going to use it.
Literally, I have to ask the question about why the fuck does this matter?
That's a good question. Why?
Well, let's take the icon I have here, for instance. It's a Pokemon. It's a Mightyena. It doesn't have to have anything special. I didn't want to have it to have anything unique. I just wanted to have it as a plain Mightyena. Not because it's black, not because it's grey, not because it's red-eyed, not because of the 3 claws. Just the fucking character. I mean, holy shit. Go with that thing. There's no need to worry about its sexuality. There's no need to worry about its gender, unless, of course, you specifically want to have it. But then don't turn around and get your panties in a twist and start twisting things up just because you think that, oh, everyone's going to be worried about this. I'm sorry, but it shows your insecurities when you do that.
Yeah.
But Noble, I have to learn your pronouns. I want to be respectful, of course.
Don't fucking use them. I don't use them. I mean, holy shit.
I know.
Never said eesh. When I've referred to a person when I don't know their name, I will refer, if I've always seen him as a guy, I refer to him as a guy. I've always seen him as a girl, I refer to him as a girl.
Straight up like that.
It's not directly to them when I'm talking to someone else about them.
Exactly. Right. It's. I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like,
but people do insist on it.
She was really nice, blah, 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 that kind of shit. I mean, just fucking hell.
Anyway, I've got an infographic about the the tool that's there.
Okay.
I would love to find out how much this actually costs.
Diversity space method. All right.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Did I say it was a 6 point? Yeah. This is 6, right?
7.
Okay.
Culture.
7? Oh, close
Ethnicity,
enough.
age, ability, body type, gender identity, and sexual orientation.
Wait, body type?
Sexual orientation for
no,
characters?
not that phobia shit.
Oh no. Age? What? Are they like 1,000 or like 10? Like what are we talking about here?
I swear, it's like these are Pokemon.
And what does culture mean? Like in diversity game? How? What?
Oh,
Or like an ancient Mayan or like I don't know, a Roman? What kind of culture or
sorry,
does
I
it
just have
mean?
to say this, but Joe would probably win out of the two of us, Avira.
What do you mean you're gonna win? Win
No,
what?
Jolt would win out of the two of us for culture.
Oh, really? Okay, fine. Well, you do have
Yes,
Steve
that's right.
Irwin.
I'm not even white. Ethnically, I'm not even white.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay,
Would win
true.
in
Yeah,
ethnicity too.
right.
I'm sorry,
So,
I'm looking at this and I can't help but think fucking Pokemon.
oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. Like all like ability types and crap, like their weaknesses and whatnot. Oh my god.
Like ability, like actually look at it from this scale. Like, are they disabled? Do they have to use a wheelchair or something? Like, maybe look at it from that perspective.
No,
Then why would they be fighting in a war? Like, why though? If you're in a wheelchair, why are you fighting in a war? Like,
I
that's
don't know.
not.
Dungeons and Dragons is.
Oh god.
Have either of you two seen the original idea for the American version of Sailor Moon?
Yes, I did. The animated series, right?
Yeah,
Yep, I saw that.
disabled Sailor Mercury. I couldn't help
Oh
but think
goodness gracious. Yeah, I used to love Sailor Moon. That was good.
that. The new series sucks.
No, I know. I mean, I'm talking like the original anime Sailor Moon. I mean, that was on point.
Sorry, just that. I seriously want to know how much they wasted on this financially.
All the coding and programming that went into this. Like, who actually uses it? Are you going to use it? I'm not.
I'm not even going to use it to, in the purposes of making characters or what have you. That's like the least concern.
I mean, the other question is, when it comes to the diversity part, no, not that one. Sorry, the cultural part. Say, for instance, the continent of Africa. Does it go by the countries that are there, or does it go by the individual regions of like tribes and individual groups?
That's a good question.
Well, they had Timbuktu. I mean, that was cool.
They have witch doctors.
Yeah. Oh, yes, they do. Yeah, exactly.
Ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Exactly. All of that. They got spears. Spears are cool. That's a good weapon. I think. Grass skirts, I heard, are in Ethiopia. That's like a hot trend. So yeah, culture. Cool.
Wait, does that Activision Blizzard thing include boomerangs?
Oh, would that be cool if they did? I don't know.
Yeah. And there's a lot of ways you can make fun, all this stuff. But goddamn, it's like, just imagine that, damn, I'm so glad, technology lets us solve racism, sexism, ableism, and every other issue facing video games.
I'm sorry, hold on. Do they include the Swedish Chef?
Hmm?
The Swedish Chef.
I don't know what that
from
is.
the Muppets.
Oh, that guy. Yes, he's very cultural indeed.
Is
very
he
good.
included in any of this? Because if that's true, then that statement's basically total bullshit.
Well, I mean, we don't know his sexuality. I mean, who knows, right? I mean, who knows how he identifies?
Avira, if you've ever brought up the Swedish Chef to people from Sweden, they hate the Swedish Chef.
Oh, yeah, because he's like a caricature of them. And I feel like this is what this new software is kind of doing. It's like pretty much making caricatures of these labels, and it's not solving any form of racism or sexism at all. It's not solving jack shit. In fact, it's probably adding to the problem when you focus on this kind of crap all the time. Right?
Exactly.
Why are you focusing on this shit? You're playing a game, all right? Who cares about your ethnic sexuality, whatever the crap? No. Unless it's relevant to the story, which in most cases, it clearly is not.
No.
what exactly does this help with the gameplay anyway? I mean, what
It doesn't
like,
help. It doesn't help with gameplay, nor it doesn't help with things like character design, or it's a bad analytic tool. Is what it is.
if it
And
had at least some kind of effect where if you try to shoot someone of the gender you're attracted to, your bullet sort of veers off or you can't aim properly, I mean, that would be useful, but I'm assuming that doesn't actually happen.
no. Oh well. Oh well. But that's about all the time we've got for the week. Well, sorry that Anonymous wasn't able to join us for the rest of this session, but yeah, I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he made his showing. And what did you guys think about this stuff that's happened this week? It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I wish
Well,
I drank.
Well, I'm very glad that that Anonymous was able to offer that insight about the Halo show, because honestly, I really didn't know too much about it. I did see that one headline which I wanted to ask him about, but he left a little bit earlier. It was about like how like woke writing was affecting the show. So I'm not sure if like he noticed any of that or not, because I haven't seen any of the show. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is a pretty fun week, I guess. Crazy tragedies happen, unfortunately, that furries are connected.
Yeah.
I would argue more along the lines of bronies, but hey, that's whatever.
Unfortunately, we're all in the same pot.
And I
Yeah.
think, probably people. I think the issue of people not having, these well-meaning mental faculties is just going to get worse over time.
Yeah, well,
You
just
know,
pray for the
TV
families, the victims of this,
Yeah,
because it was
pray
a
for the
really
victims.
sick and disgusting thing that he just did.
Mm.
It's crazy.
I still would like to know the exact reason why he committed this. If it was just literally a Martin Bryan moment where he goes, fuck it, I'll go shoot up the church today. Yeah.
And he's only 18 too. Like, how many problems do you possibly have at age 18? I mean, come on.
Have
I don't
you
know,
been
man.
on Twitter before, Avira?
I don't know. I'm one of those like privileged white kids. I've never really experienced hardship like that, so I don't know.
Oppression and so forth.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's been fun though. Thanks y'all for thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, the Raiders Rambles as much as we did in the making of it. And I want to say also that this is the I'm obliged to say that this is the No More Bells Bitch show. Now.
If you know, you know.
Yes. And as always, you can find our episodes on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more further down the line. This is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.
Unplug
Later.
yourself.
Bye.